Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Estate with Ryan on a Saturday. Thank you for tuning in. I always say, what's a better place to be on a Saturday? Well, there's one place, but we won't talk about that right now. That might be kneeling. But other than that, man, listen to us. We talk a little real estate. I always say no politics. We're not getting into anything crazy. Just talking real estate in East Tennessee, your backyard. So we got a good show for you today. Before we start off the show, I want to let everybody know April sends the love. Hope everybody's doing well. Everybody's staying safe. Most important in these crazy world that we live in. And thank you for tuning in. So as we know, today is 9/11. And before we go any further, we want to take a moment of silence for everybody that lost their lives in that tragedy in New York. Okay, guys, we're back at it. Big day here today in the studio. We got a good show for you. We're talking about reasons you should sell your home in the fall. Most people think fall. It is officially here. Hard to believe that fall market is here. It just happened the other day. I was just wearing shorts, and April said, "You know, Ryan, today is the first day of fall." It's really, this year has flown by. But most people in fall in East Tennessee think that it's a time to kind of slow down. And we're going to talk about the overall market, but why East Tennessee leads the states in sales in the fall market. You know, some of the most beautiful colors that you could ever see. I really think, when I came here from Virginia 12 years ago, 13 years ago, there's never been some of the most beautiful homes that we photographed or had an opportunity to be in. Maybe it's in the Smokies, maybe it's in the lake in fall time. Spring and summer always catches the market peak, right? Because it's where the most people move, buy, and sell, right? But fall in East Tennessee, there's nothing like it. So especially if you're relocating from the area, you want to tour homes, or you're thinking about selling, maybe fall's, there's not enough buyers, you think? Think again, give us a call. We're going to tell you why fall is one of the hottest markets all across the country in East Tennessee. Let's go over some congratulations. We always want to start that with our great clients. Congrats to 286 Archery Lane. Got that sold. 1339 Rocky Top Way, the Youngs. Congratulations on a sale on that. Trout Way, Mr. Stone, congratulations on that one as well. And then new contracts, 4402 Creek Falls Way, congrats. Another unit over at 407 at Regas, under contract. I think we're down to 11 guys. And then next month, we're going to be opening up on Marble City Market. So in October, all that's going to open up, a lot of restaurant venues. Can even hit the golf ball over there, do a little driving range, which is pretty cool. I've got more details on my website. If you're interested in looking at one of the units over in Regas, make sure you give us a call. 693 sold if you don't have the number. And new congratulations to 225 Collier Drive. Very, very hot. Nick, we sold 7 or 8 over there in Collier Drive. Very hot condos over in the Sevierville market. Definitely, if you're looking for some, we have some sellers that are thinking about putting those on the market, so you want to check those out. Remember, as this crazy market progresses, are we in a seller's market? Are we in a buyer's market? Where are we? Easy tool we've created, put on our website, front page, ryancoleman.org. If you want to know where your home value is, but you're not really ready to sell right this second, but hopefully in the next couple months, or maybe you're thinking, hey, if the market's right, it's fall market. Ryan says, hey, we may want to put it on the market and consider it. But I don't want Ryan coming out here bothering me. Let me see where the market is. And I get it. Hey, you're in the looking stage. It's a process. Go to ryancoleman.org. We'll give you a free evaluation. We'll know exactly where it is, real time, right on your computer, give you an idea where the market is. I always encourage people, if you want to know an exact amount, you want to make sure you get me out to the property, and we can give you helpful tips in today's market of what you need to do and not do to get your property sold. Let's go over some real estate news. In July, we're down 1.8% from the previous month over month and year over year. 8.5% down year over year. Why is that? I think a lot of that's just inventory, but we have seen mortgage applications decrease over the last 2 months. NAR says that we're trending down since March, and the appreciation rate from last year at 20% is down to 14%. Guys, one of the biggest things that we run into is, when is this peak, or when is the real estate market going to change? Nobody really knows, but the understanding is obviously what goes up eventually will come down. And the challenge is we just had a great customer we met out there in Tellico yesterday. And the concern is while we're seeing some rises of inventory, consumers are wondering, is that market going to change? All you have to do is turn on the news. It sounds like the world's collapsing. Some places it really feels like it is. And what do you do? Is that peak going to go away? I was just telling Nick before, I was like, I'm slow to execute on some things. I'm slow on just completing the finishing touches sometimes on things. I procrastinate on some things I don't. But consumers, I think that they all feel that thing as well in the market. They go, honey, we need to pull that wallpaper down and we need to do this and fix that board. Well, the conversation that I had yesterday was, that DIY work that you may need to do on that home. And then then that board, and then before you know it, we get, we're with everyday life, what is a project that could take a week ends up turning into 2 months. And here we're in the holiday season. Before you know it, we're in Christmas time. So that's why there's importance of getting me out to the property, because in today's market, I think it's more about speed than making it 100% perfect. Because remember, we can always give a creditor to that, or buyers are going to paint the house anyway. And so we had conversations with that I think is very, very helpful. Housing inventory has increased, guys, since March. The last 4 or 5 months, we see it on the increase. The active inventory in the Knoxville surrounding DMA is 2,325 homes on the market now. Median list price is about $275,000. Now that's on average of all the homes, about $154 a foot, and the median sold price is $195. Each market dictates exactly where we're at on that. And home tours, I thought this was very, very helpful. So we use a system called Showing Time, and there's several different out there, but we track these through realtors throughout the whole country. And they're saying that showings are down 1.8% from a year ago. And the argument there is if less agents are showing properties, where does that put us? Where does that put us in the marketplace? That if less agents are showing properties, there's limited inventory, and then we're seeing sales that have declined since the spring. Are we switching to a buyer's market or less opportunity? Talking with a great friend today, an agent that works out of state. And she said, Ryan, expect to see some more HUD properties or foreclosures, REOs coming up. We know with the Labor Day holiday that a lot of unemployment benefits are in the marketplace. So that may challenge buyers getting financing or may trigger more inventory coming on the market. So all those things come into play. And I think what we've seen over the last couple months is that buyers kind of sense that this market may come to an end. We did a show maybe a couple months ago where we're going to go back to 2008 to 2012. We surely hope not, and I don't think so, because the record low of inventory on the market and the oversupply of buyers that we have. So I really don't think we're going to see that, but with anything, you could see a correction. So just like some great clients that I met with the other day, it's important to not miss the fall market. Now, let's talk about why selling in the fall, your house may sell quicker than in the spring. Okay, they're selling on average of 17 days on the market, according to Realtors Confidence through the National Association of Realtors. And there's a strong indication of buyer demand. Can't tell you the amount of buyers that we're working through out of state with our marketing, technology across the country. One of the things that, as I was listening to coming here, we talk about we do our Zoom calls with the COVID and everything that we're dealing with now. We talk about how buyers in today's market are using technology and how technology is selling more homes. So all of our properties that we have virtual tours we can walk through on demand. And they're saying that buyers are going away from a lot of that in person, especially our out-of-state buyers, because the convenience and the factor of how many offers that we've done this year, well, they never even saw the property. It's drone video and walk-through technology, how we're selling homes. And the conversation between the gentlemen was say, okay, are we going back to that? And I don't think it is. It's the convenience and the ease of sitting in your living room or in your office or on the couch, in the laptop, giving the consumer all the information that they need and making it easy to buy. That's one of the challenges we run into this marketplace, that if you don't have the right marketing and you never know exactly what's going to work. We do it all the time, and you never know where buyers are coming from. But if you don't have all the marketing, you can't give all the consumers the information. If you don't have all the information, more than likely we're going to miss buyers. So we're coming on a break. We've got more talking about why you need to sell in fall. So stay with us, and we'll talk to you on the other side of the break.
Knoxville and East Tennessee. The region is known for its rolling hills, rivers, and lakes. There's no better place to work, live, or raise a family. Home is where your story begins. Buying or selling your home is a big decision, and you need a real estate team you can trust.
I'm Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty, your hometown experts. Whether you're buying or selling a home, let us develop a winning game plan for you.
Hometown Realty is East Tennessee's #1 real estate group and a proud sponsor of the Vols.
Your friend promised we wouldn't be homeless.
He promised. He's doing everything to fix it.
You need to call and have him fix it now.
Hey, man.
Found us a house.
No, not yet. Let me call you back. We're working on it.
Ryan Coleman with Hometown
He says he's doing the best he can do, honey.
Well, he's taking too long. I knew we should have gone with Ryan Coleman.
Choosing the right agent is never easy.
Call your hometown experts. We'll take care of all the details and make sure you don't get stuck in a motel. All right, guys, we're back on the air. Thanks for staying with us on the break. We're talking a little real estate. We're saying, hey, why is it important to sell during the fall? We're talking about that. So we got through the first topic and before we went on the break. But I want you guys to know that, look, all year long that we're going through the Vols, football and basketball, we're giving away tickets. I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning. Of course, on social media land, I want you to understand that we're giving these tickets away. All you got to do is like, subscribe, go to our social media channels. We got good seats for you, man. Just something that we can give back, a little fun. Everything last year with everybody being in the house and not being able to go to the stadium. And even this year, it's a little dicey, but we want you to have fun, be safe, and we've got tickets every week that they have a home game. We've got you covered. So make sure you like, subscribe to our page, and hope to see you at the game. All right, so we're talking about the fall market, and buyers are willing to compete for your house. You said, in addition to selling quickly, homes are receiving multiple offers. Same survey shows that sellers are seeing an average of 4.5 offers, and they're getting competitive ones. The graph below kind of shows us where we're increasing in July. So you say that and you look at the numbers, some of the news media, and it sounds like we're changing. What kind of market are we in? I think in the fall market and what we've seen over the last 22 years, some of the things that you have to think about in putting the property on the market. You know, spring and summer always leads the opportunity to sell. That's why everybody's really pushing for spring and summer. But a lot of clients understand and they miss that spring and summer market. They think, well, we just got to wait till next spring. And I always urge people to strongly look at the data because the data doesn't say that. In fall, it's the most opportune time. We talked about the colors, the leaves, and how your home shows. But let's look at number one. Number one, the most motivated buyers are coming in the off season. Why is that? People are relocating. They're leaving other homes that have sold their spring and summer home and just closed. And in today's market where there's limited inventory, guess what? The goal of the buyer is just to secure the home. So now they've sold their home. They couldn't make it work contingent. They didn't, they've lost a couple properties and they're here in town and they're ready to find a property. But if you're not on the market and you're not marketing to that buyer, we may miss out. Your neighbor may end up selling their property. Relocations throughout the year and everything going on, a ton of relocations to get people situated by the end of the year so they can start the next calendar year. Keep that in mind. 1031. Who knows what this government's going to do on taxes next year and where we go? But there's rumors and indications that they may try to get rid of the 1031, which you guys know if you own investment property, it allows you to defer your tax consequence or gain and roll it over to another like-kind property. So a lot of properties that you have, whether it's a lot of cabins, investment property, or it could be just another property that could be a single family or some land. You may lose out on those particular buyers in the fall market if we're not on there. So those are things to be thinking about. Ultimately, when our supply is low, 2,300 homes on the market. In the fall, you'll see some of those pending sales actually decrease. We may get down to 1,800 back where we were before spring. And if that's the case, opportunity goes to the seller, okay? And the months of supply, we're looking right here on year over year. We're looking 2.7 months to 2.5 months in October, and then in November to 2.3 average months of inventory. So it's a great opportunity to put your home on the market and seize, hopefully, multiple offers. If you're thinking about moving up, number 4, now may be the time. Interest rates may never see this low again. We have an opportunity of a variety of loan products with as little as 5% to as great as 20 to 30%. Just depends on what you're looking to do. The current home maybe doesn't meet your standard today. It's an opportunity that we have some great clients that we just listed, and they're going to put their house on the market because, Ryan, now is the time that we may want to cash out. We may have some debt, some different things that we want to pay. And if we don't put it on the market in the next 6 months, who knows what's going to happen now? But ultimately, they may move up. Who knows where they want to move? They may want to move up to something. So if you're going to finance now, we talk about the mortgage applications in the first show, where you can finance, let's say 2.5% to 3.5% over 30 years or 15 years, whatever you meet your budget. Now is the time to do it. You can borrow money really, really inexpensively. And so that's a great opportunity. We talk about that because we forecast 30-year mortgage rates will be around 3.5, raising in 2022 by 3.8. Now you say, Ryan, 0.4 doesn't make a difference. Well, if you're borrowing $800,000 or $900,000, it sure make a difference. How about $500,000? That's a lot of money. Everything's so expensive now. So these are opportunities that you really want to look at. Look at an amortization schedule for a 30-year term and see what the advantage is. Yes, you may pay $10,000 more for that house, but that's the same way in almost anything. Automobiles, everything. Everything's going to be higher. But the financeability rate, if you're buying smart, you got a great agent, great team working for you, and you're doing your numbers in the area, you're not going to overpay. The question is, what we're going through now is everybody's trying to guess the market, whether it's the stock market or it's the housing market. Where will it fall? When will it change? I don't know. But if we watch real estate over the last couple of years, there's a lot of indication that things that were built in 2008 to 2014 to 2015, those things that are safeguarded, hopefully, will not be an indication that we'll just hit rock bottom. More than likely, the demand is strong. And I think as things in our environment, in our community, we're getting more and more demand from people out of state. And if we do that, I don't know if there is a bottom. That's kind of like I was telling a customer, you're waiting for the market to change, but it may not change. That house in California that was $500,000, that was a basic, nothing fancy, maybe 1,200 square feet, now is $900,000. So who knows where the market is? So keep that in mind. We've got about a couple minutes left here in the show. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is there's a lot of new construction in the marketplace. So in the marketplace, we call them your cookie cutters, your builders, but your new construction, there's a lot of opportunity out there. I know we bought one because of the biggest challenge. And I've had a couple clients this week kind of recommending to do that because the challenge in today's market, I had a client that wanted to custom build, is with the cost from the builder, all the supplies, everything being volatile, it's hard for the builder to put an exact price on it. And so because you don't know the exact price, they can't quote the customer. We had a subdivision that we were looking at not long ago, and the builder actually stopped taking orders, stopped taking contracts for a couple months. I know you guys remember that back in the summer. And because now with a custom build, builders are very, very cautious. So we look at the inventory with where we're at now, and even especially consumers that are not looking for a custom build, but we need to do that move up. We need more space, right? The custom builds are going away by the wayside. Unless you get, above $1 million or $2 million, it's a different marketplace. But even those, some of those have stalled. So we're looking back in the subdivisions where we have a developer that's purchased the whole land. They put the streets in. They already have inventory going. They've got remaining lots, and they need to sell those lots. And so and they have several plans that you can go off of. And so some of those things we're going to talk about real quickly here for the show is taking your builder grade home and trying to convert it. Some of the things that we're talking about that can make a difference in the neighborhood: always upgrade your front door. Builders put the same elements into every home because it's easier and cheaper for them to do so. But I see a lot of entry-level doors, an agent said out in Colorado, that if you're able to upgrade that, it makes a big difference. Landscaping is another plus. Make sure you change out some landscaping, get rid of just the basic brush. I know we've got some of that going on in our house. Could make a big difference. And that old saying, curb appeal is everything. And then the kitchen. If you can change out some of the builder cabinetry, make a chef-worthy kitchen. Kitchens and baths is where your money is going to be spent. And then spend some money in the bathroom. Glam it up. Kitchens, baths, landscaping, front curb appeal. Those are just a couple tips that you can take that builder home, jazz it up, and really spark it out. Hey guys, I thank you for following us every week. Every week we're on Talk Radio 92.3 FM at 11, News Talk at 1. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow all our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We talked about it, guys. We're giving away tickets to the Vol, so make sure you follow our page. And thanks for watching. In case you're at the game, check us out on social media live. 693-SOLD's an easiest number. Your hometown experts and your Tennessee realtor here in town. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Look forward to seeing you next Saturday right here. Talk a little real estate with Ryan. Take care.